Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast. This one taken from a replay pack released on Fire Scarlett's Twitter. So thank you very much, Scarlett, for releasing this. I hope to learn many useful and things and dirty cheeses from you in casting this. Not right now though, because I am a Zerg player and this is you. Scarlett enjoys playing some of the other races. Of course, there is a very famous Dongray Goo experience somewhere in DreamHack MLG. So I don't, a long ass fucking time ago when she PvZ'd Dongray Goo rather than taking him on as a Zerg. Did win that on Frost, I believe that was. So you know, a map which was relevant, fairly recent. Let's focus a little bit on her opponent as well. This is AsWell. AsWell, GM on the Korean ladder, much as their opponent. Scarlett, GM, of course, very highest level player there currently is. Made it into the GSL this year. Didn't unfortunately make it out of the group, but still make it into the GSL for the first time since 2012 as a non-Korean. So that is quite the thing with where you do something and people are proud of you. Achievement, yes. I should have gone for if you press 11. That thing. Alright, so we got fairly standard play by both players. We've got two gateways being built. So the question is, are we going to go for the Sneak'em Warp'em bots, or are we going to go for Stalkers? It's Scarlett going for Stalkers. Whereas her opponent is going for Adepts. So yeah, this is where this sort of comes into play. There's a little bit of a discussion. Well, there's been a discussion going on forever. If you're going against Adepts, do you wall off here? Because you can't wall off with, you know, make sure that your opponent doesn't actually shade in, or do you do it over here where you do have that where you're in a defensive position here anyway, and the Adepts warp in on top of your pylons and on top of your two Stalkers, and they will be pretty much dead anyway. Alright, Scarlett is going to see those Adepts and is going to go back just to make sure nothing bad happens. In the meantime, she is getting a Scargate, whereas AsWell is saving up money and maybe thinking about getting an expansion. Yes, he is. Alright, two Adepts warping it in there and do get a probe trying to get down Scarlett's own expansion right there. So that is a very nice pickup. Here we go. Are we going to finish that shade? Yes, we are. Right into an overcharge, but it does move on out of there. Very nice movement there by AsWell. And going to have to, yep, does shade there as well, does scout that Stargate, that takes down yet another probe, gets two probes, gets three probes, and is going to get a fourth. So very nicely done by AsWell there. Scarlett does get down her Nexus, but when it comes to worker, AsWell 25 and a Nexus on the way a little bit earlier. I'm going to go for that Twilight Council, going to get that blink to defend against whatever Scarlett thinks of throwing out to AsWell. 4 Stalkers to 4 Stalkers, but there's a way of making this 3 Stalkers. Scarlett is able does scout that thing right there. Alright. 4 Stalkers, doesn't take on that one pylon, and now, oh, there's already a little bit more shields taken down for Scarlett, so he's not going to get in there. Instead, going to join up with that other Phoenix right there. Going to try and pull up 2, no, but now there are 6 Stalkers around there, so wouldn't be the most useful thing to do. Alright, so we had the probe lead, and if AsWell keeps on probing up on his double Nexus, then he should have been able to extend that by just a little bit. Unfortunately, forgetting his day 9 lessons and didn't quite continuously make a probe. So Scarlett back to 2 probe deficit. This is an aggressive pylon by AsWell. It's probably not going to be able to. Oh, look at that. That's scouted. Thank you. And did go in there for a probe kill. Is going to get another probe kill and gets on out of there with just a little bit of paint chip damage. So very nicely done. 4 workers killed versus 4 workers killed, and we're back on 31. That is nice. I think is going to dedicate to that fast warp in, but as it did get spotted by Scarlett, no can do. All right, Void Rays. Void Rays very good against pretty much everything Protoss, to be perfectly honest. But it's AsWell's turn to try and put up the pressure. There are 10 Stalkers on the way, and what is there to prevent them from doing horrible damage? Well, there are 6 Stalkers and 4 Adepts and maybe an Overcharge. If you can lift these up. Yep, does get that Phoenix right there. There's the Overcharge. Nope, blinks on out of there. Is not going to get caught there, and moves on back. Where did that? Oh, she's keeping the Void Rays here, not showing the Void Rays right there, and AsWell. Well, all right, he may have missed a little bit of macro rules. Flicks on out of there. Oh, and is going to get caught there by those Phoenixes with those lifts up. Going to get 1, 2 Stalkers at the back of that, and going to pull up a 3rd. This means that Blue AsWell even can't blink back, because he does have to try and focus those Phoenixes down. And now he's going to see that Void Ray charges on up, but is going to lose. Scarlett focusing down that low Stalker, but with no blink. She can't blink in and take down those 2 very low ones. AsWell keeping up the aggression. Oh, and that Void Ray is a little bit exposed there. And where is the Mama Ship core? Well, there is none. Oh, those damaged Stalkers at the front, very vulnerable, but blinks on back there. Still no Twilight Council being built. Instead, going for a 2nd Stargate is Scarlett. Nice. If only he brought a sentry there to block that off, then AsWell would have had a very good time indeed. Alright, well, there you go. I did criticize AsWell's Day 9 lessons, but there are other people in this world, and one of them said always expand behind your attack, which may very well have been Day 9 as well. It may have been Artosis or any of our other sages of the StarCraft universe. And so he did that, and is now on 3 bases versus Scarlett's 2, and should pretty soon catch up to the army supply. This is a nice engagement for Scarlett. Did she actually get anything? No 2nd blink up quite yet, so does actually lose. Oh, there is another pylon right there. Alright, Scarlett takes her 3rd as well, and AsWell is going to be going to move out again. Those Blink Stalkers, of course, make you so very mobile, and you can annoy your opponent so much with it. So keeps your opponent on your toes. Can just like this. Oh, does lose a Stalker there by some bad blinks. Loses another one to that lift up. And some overcharged Void Rays, because they do quite a bit of bonus damage. Oh, and now we have 4 Void Rays coming on in there. Very nice force field, making sure that all those Stalkers can't actually join the fight, and does take down a Void Ray, but in return gets force fielded in AsWell. Takes down another Void Ray, takes down the Mothership Core, takes down the 3rd Void Ray and the 4th Void Ray, and now there is just ground forces versus ground forces until, of course, this Void Ray arrives. Neither side still has upgrades, although AsWell is very close to getting them, but AsWell has that blink for that Blink Stalker Micro, which should give him a leg up. Oh, there is some focus fire by Scarlett right there, taking out that one. Try and get out of this choke point. Your opponent still have sentries. You do not. Forced to pull on back there. This as well as in AsWell case. That is a very annoying name to cast with if your tendency of using the same word is as well. Using the same trick as I described here. Expand it at the back of this aggression. Is still 4 workers down though. If that's the case, then how oversaturated? This one's oversaturated. Where are all these workers? Oh, they were just in transit. Alright, well that's fair. What's the current status of the Matrix? The Matrix is still stable, don't worry guys. Alright, AsWell trying to taking down these rocks and going to open up another avenue of attack. So we'll be able to come in from here, we'll be able to come in from here, we'll be able to come in from here, or if he's very patient or, you know, feeling like it, he can walk all the way around here. And, you know, if he's got a couple of dips, shade him in over here, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. But AsWell does have the blink and did actually get resonating glaives. Scarlett is sticking on that air upgrade. Still building 2 Void Rays at the same time because Void Ray, good units. Let's see what. Oh, blink forward to going to focus down those Void Rays. That is one that doesn't quite do the focus fire on that second one properly, but eventually gets the second one and the third one. There is no overcharge. There is the overcharge, but there is a gigantic army from AsWell still left, and is going to take down that pylon with the overcharge. Takes down the ground force army, and haha is what she said as she meant to say. GG. GG. Well played. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.